So in today's video, there's going to be a couple of things we're going to be discussing regarding the Ripple versus the SEC case, most of which revolves around the William Hinman deposition. Now, recently, as early as yesterday, news was breaking that the SEC was actually caught removing some information from some documents pertaining to the Ripple case regarding questions that were being asked to William Hinman. But we're going to also talk about what William Hinman actually said to Ripple regarding if they were given clear and concise warning that what they were doing could be a securities violation. And then on top of it, I actually saw there was a piece of information that someone tweeted out. It was, again, part of the deposition in which someone asked Mr. Hinman some information about whether he had actually given Ripple clear and concise information about whether or not what they were doing was selling a security. I'm going to tell you what his answer was because it's completely different from the other answer that's going around right now. So we're going to talk about all those things, including some price information on XRP and what's happening right now with Bitcoin, i.e. it is going up. It just crossed 47.5 and some change, as well as a few other coins that are going big right now. Hey everyone, my name is Randy and welcome back to the Late Night Grind. On this channel, I am covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, personal finance, and of course, the Ripple versus SEC case. So if any of those topics interest you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon so that YouTube will notify you when I release a new video, which of course I do when there is brand new information. And I'm under the belief that those in the crypto community are some of the most generous people on the planet. So if you are feeling generous today, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, along with watching this video all the way to the end. Those are the best things that you can do to support a YouTube channel. As a creator, I've found out that looking at some of these analytics, that those two are some of the best things that you can do to support a channel. All right, so with that out of the way, let's jump into it. So this has been covered by a few other people, but I wanted to piece this together in this video. Number one being some information that was erased from a document pertaining to the Ripple case. Another thing was that William Hinman answer to whether he gave Ripple an actual clear and concise warning that what they were doing was wrong, and his other answer that said, no, he didn't. And we're going to talk about how all three of them intertwine and if it's doing anything to the price. So the first thing we're looking at is what information was actually removed from this document in the SEC case. So one of Ripple's attorneys actually found this information that was in the metadata of a deleted version of a document that the SEC was supposed to produce. That's some good investigation by Ripple's attorney. So they actually brought it to the attention of the SEC, and here's what they said. So they actually asked William Hinman if he remembers directing Michael Seaman, who was the person getting that document together, whose name was on it, if he recalled directing Mr. Seaman to actually delete or remove that piece from the document. And he replied, I don't recall directing him to do that. Not a shocker. So here's actually the deleted portion of what Ripple's attorneys found. There was a question posed to Mr. Hinman about his answers regarding what he was actually telling Ripple or giving Ripple answers about. And here was his answer to that question. This is the part that was removed. He said, you can call 10 different law firms. They give you 10 different answers. Each of them has their own particular spin. It's like the white light of your speech went through a prism and came out 10 different colors of legal advice. Why did they remove this from the document? Well, the speculation is because the SEC has been arguing that Ripple knew clearly which securities violations or which securities laws that they were violating because there was clear and concise instructions, there was clear and concise answers given from the SEC back then. Well, this kind of proves it wrong because what William Hinman is basically saying is that there is no clarity. That if you ask different attorneys, you'll get all kinds of different legal advice. The SEC says that the laws are clear. Ripple says that there is no clarity. So you can see why the SEC might have wanted to remove that answer because it's basically William Hinman admitting that there's some massive confusion and utter lack of clarity in the crypto space, specifically pertaining to XRP. All right, so now we're going to get to the explosive portion of William Hinman's deposition. This is what everybody was tweeting about yesterday. This is what a bunch of YouTube videos were made on. And what he said actually has a lot of people thinking that this case is going to go on much, much longer, that the SEC has much more fight in them because they actually have a point. Here's what he actually said. In William Hinman's deposition, he was asked whether or not, it was asked basically a similar question about whether or not he had provided a clear answer to Ripple when they had asked for a meeting. Here's what he said. The first thing I said to them was that continuing to offer XRP without any kind of restriction that would apply as a securities offering, and if you want to come into compliance, you have to stop doing that. He claims that's what he said to Ripple during a meeting. That's why everybody was taken aback yesterday and saying, okay, the SEC may have a little bit more of a fight than what people had been letting on, including this channel. But wait, there's a little bit more. The SEC is now asking Ripple for all their Slack documents. And I go over this in some of my other videos. Basically, they're looking for any type of communications that Ripple employees may have had internally, looking about how they view XRP as a security, how they were planning on selling it. So not necessarily is XRP a security, but was Ripple trying to sell it like a security or package it like a security. It's essentially what the SEC is looking for. But wait, that's not all. This morning, there was a tweet put out about the testimony that William HINMAN gave, in which there was another question and answer that kind of backtracks or kind of goes against what William HINMAN said in that previous answer. So Ripple's attorneys asked William HINMAN this question. Okay, and is there anything in here, Mr. HINMAN, that indicates that you expressed a view at this meeting that you believe the sales of XRP were security sales at this point in time? His answer, no. And I love Ripple's attorney's response to that. He simply said, that's all I have. So I hope you enjoy watching this case unfold as much as interesting as it is to actually cover. There's a lot of people creating videos about this, and specifically Attorney Jeremy, who is really on top of things. If you haven't already watched his YouTube videos, go subscribe to his channel. Provides excellent clarity and excellent research regarding around all the legal stuff that most of us YouTubers don't understand, but we try to report on. And I just looked at a tweet that he sent out earlier this morning when somebody asked him what his time frame, what his best guess would be as to when this case would actually end. By the end of this year or possibly into 2022. And he said, no, my guess is that definitely by the end of the year, this would most likely be wrapped up. So we are coming up on only several months left in this year. So things could get hot and heavy in this case. We're going to see. And right now to the price of XRP, it's about $1.20 after jumping earlier today along with Bitcoin. Now, most of the time it moves with Bitcoin's price on the ups and on the downs, but there's on occasions parts where it actually outperforms almost all the rest of the crypto market. There's only probably 3 or 4 cryptos that are outperforming Bitcoin and everybody else, even when Bitcoin moves up. XRP is one of them. Solana is another one. Cardano is moving big right now, as well as XLM, and a few others are doing well. But my point is, I think that there is a time frame coming over the next 12 months where XRP will start to decouple from Bitcoin. Not 100%, but decouple to the point where it's going to be making its own moves, and the price of XRP will be much more based on its use case as its global adoption continues to grow and expand. So if you watch my previous video, I talk about one of the biggest credit card companies, private label credit card companies, possibly adopting XRP as its settlement mechanism. That's huge. So the case for the Bitcoin end of year bull run, it looks like it is looking like it is still in place. And if you're like me, you're going to be keeping an eye on this on much more than just a daily basis. So if you want to keep up with this story, the Ripple story, some of these key coins that are moving, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I talk about these regularly, pretty much on a daily basis. And also remember to click that bell notification icon so you'll be notified when I release that video. And if you're new to the channel, if you've been just finding my videos from the YouTube home feed or wherever you're finding them from, go ahead and visit the community tab on my channel. I always love it when people visit the community tab. I have a whole bunch of polls that I put up there that you can answer. Love to know what your guys' thoughts are. Also, I have a $sign. Yes, this is majority a crypto channel, so I'm looking for an LED crypto sign right now. So if you know any from Amazon or from anywhere else, let me know in the comment section below where I might be able to find one. Not just a Bitcoin one, but I'm looking for several others as well. I might be doing one over here, do a side-by-side. And once again, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next video.